We're ready to put the EAP harp back together again for shipping to Russ Camerer for the resonant covers. Okay, I want to discuss something with you that has been miscommunicated on the YouTube videos and on the internet. There are people who say you can't put a harmonica in water with the mouthpiece off in water just to clean up the breath savers. And they're wrong, flat out. They haven't thought it through. All these parts are designed to work fine in not only a water environment of breath, but also acids from the mouth. Nothing is going to do anything. Water is not going to have any impact, negative impact on the comb. It's not going to have any negative impact on the reed plates. And if you think you're going to clean a breath saver by plunking it, it won't. Plunking will unstick a reed when it's got a little piece of, dust or something in it, or a small bit. It will not clean the mouth goop that builds up on breath savers. If you want it off, you have to wash with water, not with anything else, with water. Now, this is a piece that is not affected by water, and that's a piece that's not affected by water. So what I'm going to tell you is the people who have said, oh, it's going to damage your harp, they just don't know what they're talking about. They're wrong. Now, you certainly do want to dry your harmonica, like with the mouthpiece off, and flip it around so the water can all drip out, and blow it and stuff like that. But you're not going to do any damage to these, from that. Anyhow, so our first step in reconstructing the harp is going to be to put in the spring. And I'm going to tell you that anytime you're putting a spring into a harmonica, I strongly recommend that you use eye protective gear, because if that thing gets out and it comes to get you, you're going to remember it if it pokes your eye. I've even seen pictures of well-known players around the world who actually did get injured from that very, very same thing. So don't be getting yourself injured by that. All my parts from my disassembly. Let me see if my framing on this picture is okay. Let's come over and take a look. Yeah, I think it's a nice shot. Okay, so here we go. And these are Hohner 280C solid brass covers from yesteryear. They're my favorite kind of acoustic covers. Okay, so now we come in, we know that this thing is going to go through that hole like that. This round thing goes here, and then this little thingy here, that little piece of the spring has to go and has to be set right there so it is sprung. See what I mean? So what you do is, I usually do this standing up. You want to come in, get a real good purchase on this part, which is not so easy to do. You might even want to do it like this. So I've really got a grip on this sucker. And you come in like this. And then you come in like this. And you put it in. See? That's how you do it. And now it will return the replay. Okay, now the next thing we want to do, just in the interest of being safe little human beings, these have these very nice little stanchions, and what we want to do is to get these suckers into place, and one of them goes on one side and one of them goes on the other. And don't forget these go up. So the only way that this can go in at the present time with this design properly is like this. And then this one comes around and it goes in like this. Okay, now the next thing that has to happen is that we need to start putting these screws back in. And there are receiving holes and lock hole tops. And so this one is for these things. And the front ones are the smaller ones. So I can come in here and take this and very gently go left until I hear it click. Then I can come in and get this started on the other side. Like that. Not too tight, just gently snuggy. Not real tight, because I want to take them down in a certain sequence and tighten them up. They're just in position right now, just to be into position. So this is a big one. It goes back here. This one goes like this. The screws that go at the front are different screws. And they're not like these. And they don't look like these. But these are all the same size. The ones that go in the back half of the harmonica, like this. And they're not a problem. There we go. Great. You heard the little click? Listen to the click when I go to the left. Hear it? And then the screw can go in properly. So there's no chance of damaging the threads, because these are brass, or so they say they are. So you see I go until, and they're still not tight. Hear it? What am I doing? I'm making sure that I'm starting the thread at the beginning of the thread on the bottom part. The screw is actually going properly into the screw hole. That's what doing it this way provides for. Okay, now there's one more here on the back side that goes here. Here, click. Now, this is a real good time to make sure that your alignment is 100% absolutely correct. Okay, now we're going to take the 1, 2, 3 screws that came out the front. And this is oftentimes a nasty surprise to people, is they're like, oh man, I didn't realize that those screws weren't identical. No, they're not. The ones up by the mouthpiece are a little smaller. So we come in, same game, left until click. Okay? Left until click. See how this spins, and that's on my hand there, and then my fingertips turn the screwdriver. That's how these are meant to be used. There we go. Okay, everybody's back started properly, but it's not tightened down correctly. So tightening down, I start in the middle, a very gentle tighten, a very gentle tighten. I'm allowing the screwdriver to slip through my hand a little bit. I'm applying maybe 1 pound of pressure, not very much. And I work my way through the whole harp from the center to the sides. I don't know that it makes a big difference what order you do them in. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I haven't tested But I do know I want this reed plate set to seat absolutely properly on the comb. And how do I make sure that's happening? You take a look and make sure it is seated properly everywhere. And it is. Okay, now we're ready for our final tighten down. And, oops, looks like I missed one, huh? Did I miss that too? No. Okay, so here we go, final tighten. Just a little bit more. You know, these will strip out. If you get too honky on these, it'll strip these suckers right out. So take it easy. You know, don't kill them. You can also strip the heads easily enough with these. And then you have this. And then we have this. I'm probably at 2 pounds, I'm guessing, right around there. Not very much. It certainly will not strip the comb. And it will not strip the heads the way I'm doing this right now. Okay. So we're back to construction. At this point, these covers are not going back onto the harp because it's shipping out to him. I'm going to go ahead at this moment, and I am going to apply slide oil to the slide. Just the slightest amount of slide oil. I am going to put the mouthpiece on because I don't want the covers to have any chance of impinging. So, you know, on the gentle lay of the mouthpiece. So 2 sides. And the side that hits the ABS gets less. Just a teeny bit. And I come here like this. And then the mouthpiece gets, you see the amount of slide oil is so small that it's hardly even there, and you can't use a lot because it'll drip into your harp. Okay, we're ready to put the harp together, and I'm going to show you how to do that properly. So here we go over here. All these tricks of the trade. Okay. For the discerning visitor, they'll know why I did that. Be right back. Okay, now, the trick here is to get, let me bring the camera over here and show you the problem. See, in a relaxed position, that hole for the mouthpiece is a little bit impinged on the left, so the bumper might not go in just perfectly. You know what I mean? So what you have to do is push the slide in. Now this harmonica is not too bad on, but others it can be. So what you do, don't forget you want to line up this carved out part here for the slide. That'll really mess up your mouthpiece if you don't do that. You put this on here, you bang it up against the side, push the slide in just a little bit. Okay? Why? Because now the bumper can seat properly into the harp, and you wiggle it back and forth and do a visual inspection. Is it on there correctly? Yes, it is. Now we can come down for our final tighten. Okay. And we come over here. Oop. What are we doing? Line up's 100% on this end and on this end. So I come over here, I put some down pressure on. Not a big deal. Again, I take it easy. Don't over tighten this stuff. And now what I can do is I can do a little sound test to make sure that, you know, the harp is still playing okay and all that. Here. Here it's got a better tone because it's airtight. Okay, it passed. Nice and airtight, you know. Now, I'll put the covers back on. That's another video. And we will have the harp ready to send to Mr. Camerer